Hello, my name is Mohammed. I'll be answering Congress and selecting representatives. First question is, do you believe gerrymandering is really about race? Why not? And second question is, shall gerrymandering be allowed in our political system? First question, I said partisan gerrymandering, which involves drawing electoral district boundaries to favor one political party over others, is often intertwined with issues of race, but is not solely about race. Partisan gerrymandering is primarily about political power and manipulating electoral outcomes to benefit one party. While race can intersect with gerrymandering, it's not always the primary factor. Nonetheless, addressing partisan gerrymandering effectively requires consideration of its potential impact on minority communities and the broader democratic process. Ultimately, reforms aimed at promoting fairness, transparency, and representation are essentially to combating the negative effects of gerrymandering, whether they stem from political or racial motivations. Second question is gerrymandering, where politicians manipulate district boundaries to benefit their party, raises concerns about fairness and representation in our political system. Here are some arguments for and against allowing gerrymandering. Some politics argue that gerrymandering is a legitimate political strategy used by both parties to gain electoral advantage. Politicians withdraw district lines to maximize their party's representation, ensure they can enact their policies and serve their constituents effectively. Overall, while gerrymandering may serve political interests in short term, its long term effects on democracy and representation are concerning. Many advocate for reforms such as independent redistricting commissions or criteria based districts to mitigate the negative impact of gerrymandering and promote a fairer and more representative political system. Second is partisan polarization. Gerrymandering contributes to partisan polarization by creating safe districts where one party dominates. This can discourage compromise and cooperation between political parties, exacerbating and dysfunctional government. Dysfun- Gerrymandering can disenfranchise voters by diluting their voting powers or associating communities of interest. Minority voters, in particular, may be unfair, mar- marginalized through the creation of majority minority districts or the packing and cracking of their votes.